All right, speaking of that, we now shift gears going to rugby. But first, before that, there was some pictures from the last leg of the World Rugby 7 series in Paris. Have a look.
One thing, boys. Left years we go up. Depend on kila kitu tunataka kufanya zero. Tunaanza hapa.
Penalty, surely that is going to be it. Wales know that this match is done. Kenya say, we'll take this. The celebrations in the camp, look at that. Total delight for Kenya. They started day one with a draw against Australia. They finished it with a win over Wales. How will that play out tomorrow on day two? That could make all the difference for Kenya's survival at the top table of International Sevens Rugby. The fans elated.
All right, Kenya Sevens, they are remaining a core team on the HSBC World Rugby 7 Series. And who better to talk to us about that? Andrew Amonde joining us right here. If I can bring him in, how did you feel, or what was going through your mind when you were talking to the boys there, telling them it's do or die moment?
From where we're coming from, that was a do die for us, because that game depended on whether we were going to stay at the core or we were going to be dropped out.
All right.
So at that moment, when we were playing Wales, we knew how the matches were going. We knew how Japan were playing very well. We were even surprised they were playing better than the way they were playing the whole season. So we knew the only way we would survive if we went past Wales and to go to the quarters and to be able to just play the match and see how it goes, because we knew Japan was going to go through, because they were remaining to play with Scotland, and we saw them play New Zealand that day, and they were on fire, and they beat France at their own background, and we knew we were in deep trouble because we were only leading Japan with 3 points.
All right.
So the only way we could catch up is dropping Wales to the ball and to be able to continue and get more points than them.
And it happened. You remained as the core team at the World Rugby 7 Series indeed. First up, let's have a look. Most of the senior players left the national team call-up, voiding because of the wrangles that they've been having in terms of allowances and also the pay salary being reduced due to lack of sponsorship by KRU. Let's have a look at it. What inspired you to return to the team and try and just go beyond that?
Just because of what I've seen, because when I saw this team play, when we were sitting outside, it was very painful to see them play. And I knew there's something that would make a difference in the team if we would come back. Because the deal was for us to come back as a team with the rest of the senior players. Unfortunately, some of them felt they were not ready. So when a few of us decided to come, because we were the four that decided to come back, decided to put their heads together and to be able to see what we could do to make a difference in the team.
All right.
Yeah, and I think the coach trusted us when we came in, and we did a little adjustment, and we found things going on, and we were able to remove ourselves from the kind of problem we had.
All right, the complaints are coming from the players. Among them, in the past few weeks, you've also seen William Barker coming up with some tweets as well about the complaints in terms of allowances and the money being paid to the players despite what they give into the squad. Do you think they're founded?
They're very founded, because it's part of life. Kenya 7 has come a long way, and we've grown with the team. You putting the team back to where it started, it's very unfortunate for us, and it's something that the union needs to sit down and to be able to address properly and to find a way forward, because for this game to be able to get to the standard where it's growing to, we need to turn this team professional and to be able to put the standards of the games at a very high level and to give us the basic needs that we need to be able to succeed as a team.
All right, from where you sit as a player, you have been the former captain for the Kenya Sevens as well. What do you think needs to be done moving forward? Because we can't sit back and keep saying that this needs to be sorted. What do you think should be done moving forward?
One thing that we need to just compete with the legs of Fiji, New Zealand, is just to be given a platform, the same platform as the other teams, to be able to succeed, because we can't be struggling behind, and we need to compete with the big teams if everybody needs to get the results.
All right.
If we need to get to that level, just a platform as same as the other teams and to be able to compete.
All right, away from that, we have some young players coming up through the ranks as well. Johnston Olindi among them, as well as Tabu coming up. What do you make of them?
They are very good, talented players, and they need that guidance because these sevens takes time, and for a player to be able to succeed, they need to grow through that process. It's a process that they started well. They've learned a lot through this season because they got the chance to play more. It's something that will build them for the future. They'll be better players than where they came from. And we see them doing better than even us when they get the opportunities well structured.
All right. Away from Kenya Sevens as well, let's go have a look at the Kenya 15s. You've been part of the national squad at some point when they were trying to qualify for the World Cup also. A new coach in Paul Odera coming up. Paul Odera helped the Chipu side qualify for the World Rugby Trophy that will be happening in Brazil later on sometime this year. What do you make of that? The new appointment as well as the new call-ups that he has in his squad?
I think the program that Paul Odera is trying to run is the future rugby because he has given a lot of call-up to the young guys because we need to qualify for a World Cup and it doesn't start today. We've got young players that need to be exposed and this is what the team is coming up with and it's a good process but it might take time. It might not work for us now but in future it's something that might be great for this country to get more players involved with the 15s.
The exclusion of William Barker, among them 8 players coming up, Davis Chenge, Wilson Kopondo, as well as Joshua Chisanga, Tony Onyango, Darwin Mukidza, Felix Ayange, and Samuel H. Will this come to bite the team?
I think most of the players you have named from that list are players who are recovering from injuries, from the ones that are picked through the season. And some of them chose to just have a rest because it has been a long growing season and there's not much to be played this season. It's better that we get some young guys also coming into the system and learning something new.
Including 20 players in his squad, most of whom took part in the Chipu side. Do you think, other than developing a future, will the Elgon Cup, will they come through in the Elgon Cup, rather?
I think they're using an Elgon Cup to also expose these kids who are going for the junior World Cup in
Brazil.
In Brazil, I think they have also been given a chance to also to get the playing time and to get that experience that they need to go to go and play very well to represent the country.
All right, all done and dusted. You see Kenya will at least come up with some results from the Elgon Cup.
Well, I'm very sure we have gotten. They are very talented players who have been picked, very young, very fresh. When given the opportunity, I know they will take it because I've played with most of them and I know how they play. I trust them very much. They will be able to represent this country very well when they are given that chance.
All right, away from that, Kenya Cup, just briefly as we sum this rugby chat. Kenya Cup, it has been dominant with KCB, your club. You are you're also part of the KCB team.
Yes.
The dominance is still there. What has been the secret from where you sit?
It's just the hard work that KCB is putting down. From the sponsor, they've put a lot for that team. From the players, the technical bench, they're working very hard all around the clock because everything that team is able to achieve is because of the hard work they put. They have a proper pre-season season. They have those tours that they go on, they build their mental, their strength. When they come back locally, I think they're always a step of every team when they come and play because we believe in the kind of system that we have gone through. None of the players that are playing locally has gone through, and that's what drives us. When we get into the field, we know we are better than every team that we're stepping into.
All right, as we sum this up, perhaps you are promised, that is from KCB, you are promised a trip to South Africa or Europe? Is it coming through?
It's a trip to South Africa. It's something that we have been working out with the Western Province from South Africa. It's something that we'll continue doing because we've gotten results from it, and it's something that all the players have come to trust in, and the club, the sponsors have bought into it, and something we have embraced as it's now our culture that we have to go to South Africa and to build.
Your final message to the players who have concluded the season remaining there and generally?
I think for them, let's enjoy the rest because we still have a lot to achieve. There's our World Cup qualifiers, there's our Olympic qualifiers, and it will take a lot from us. It won't be easy, and let's just come in and be able to take this country to where it's supposed to be.
All right. Thank you so much, Andrew.
Asante.
Thank you so much. That has been Andrew Amonde, former Kenya Sevens player as well, captain, and already still in the team for the Kenya Sevens team. And they remained as a core team. Good for them and good for Kenyan rugby as well.